Her?
Yes, like it was nobody else. She turned right away.
There was no
Yeah.
split second. I knew
That
it was
funny.
you.
Yeah.
And
I
John
was
and
like-
Mary are coming too. John and Mary are coming.
Yeah,
Now?
well, you told me
Now?
that last
Yeah.
yesterday.
Well, I didn't. Sometimes they don't, and sometimes. But I thought they would. Yeah.
What, this afternoon?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I did say something about tomorrow.
Are you?
I'm kidding. Yeah.
So, Arno, what was that we were supposed to ask Buddy about?
How his britches fell down the outhouse over at Sandy Beach.
Yeah.
Went by Sandy Beach today,
Yeah.
but it doesn't look like it used to.
No, it don't.
It was there all by itself, if I remember.
What, the toilet?
Yeah, that too. But no, I mean the whole Sandy
Oh,
Beach.
yeah.
There was
Yeah.
no buildings there.
I don't know why we were there. I guess it must have been church or something.
I don't know.
Yeah,
We were swimming in the water, probably.
No, I don't know. Were we weren't in the water. I don't think so.
I don't know.
No.
I was
don't
only
think so.
about 2.
Yeah, not too much more.
And his britches ended up in the.
Oh, he had to go, and Mom said I shall take him, so I did. But I don't know why all his pants got off, and I was trying to put them on or something. And anyway, the underwear went down the toilet. Well, I couldn't get them, so we put the others on the top. Went back and told Mom. He dropped his short. I don't know if he.
Was it an
I don't know if
outhouse? Was it an outhouse?
Huh? Yeah, yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah, they were laying on the bottom.
Mom probably had a fit. Those undies
No,
cost
no.
10 cents.
No, I don't think she said anything. I mean, she was glad they both didn't fall down. I don't know what we would have done. I guess go home. I don't know. Yeah.
He would have been hanging out.
That's
would've
80
packed
years
you.
ago.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yep, 80 years.
And we're still here.
Barely.
Oh, we're not in a home yet.
No. I sort of worry about that sometimes.
And you also said last night that you didn't know that Grandma was pregnant with him.
Mm-mm.
You just
No.
you came
I
home.
came home from school for dinner. I didn't even know it in the morning when I left to go to school. I walked from Hingletown.
Right, and you come home for lunch?
Yeah, and I walked home for lunch.
Okay.
And when I come home, this stinker was there.
So he might not be related. They might have just picked him up somewhere.
I came in time for lunch.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But then there was so much, like, there's such an age difference between Bill and Joyce. There's what, 9 years, and then my
Well,
dad.
it's 15 for Joyce and me.
Yeah, and then
And
Dad.
18 for,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Always right.
Huh?
So
Wow.
did you know at the time that she had Joyce when you were 15 years old?
I knew it.
Okay.
But he said he don't know if he didn't. He was 9. Did we never talk about it? I guess we never said anything.
I guess back then your
I
parents
guess
didn't
not.
say,
Heavens,
"Oh, hey,
no,
I'm
that you
expecting."
know. It's all hush hush.
Yeah.
Huh.
But you think you'd tell your kids you're going to have another. I mean, most people can't wait to tell them that.
Yeah.
No, I don't know anything. I knew Jimmy. That, but where were you when Jimmy was born?
Oh, I knew he was coming.
You knew he was coming. Okay. Well, you should have.
By then, huh? He was
Yeah.
12 at the time.
But no, I didn't know when he was coming.
Well, how far apart are Jimmy and Lowell?
You mean
Lowell.
Lowell? 3 years. Yeah. One time there was a salesman at our door, and Johnny was home too at the time. And Lowell was standing here with me and Jimmy. They were always together, and he was standing sort of in front of, I don't know, one was in front of me and the other in front of Johnny. And then that salesman said, well, you can see who these two look like, that Lowell would look like Johnny, and that Jimmy would look like me.
Well, that's my
Johnny,
brother.
Johnny didn't say anything, and I didn't say anything either. Yeah, that was funny. Oh, I'll never forget that. That was when we lived over in the shop.
The shop
Yeah,
back in Reinholdt.
yeah,
The house that was
Yeah.
behind the White House.
Yeah.
Called
Oh,
the
okay.
shop.
Okay.
Don't ask me why. But
Okay.
See-
I won't ask you.
no, you wouldn't know.
No, that was
don't know
way
why.
before me.
You remember Gremon yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She don't remember her. Well, that was our great grandma.
Mm.
And it would have been grandma, mom.
Okay.
And grandpa died when my mom was, I guess, almost 5 years old.
Okay.
She don't remember much of him, but she does remember a little of it. And so she got married the second time to Simon Miller, but we always called him Sim. That was his name, Sim. And he built the place in back of the house there where Mom and Dad lived in the front, and I did, you did, Jimmy, Joyce, yeah, we all lived in that house. And then when I got married, we were still in front with Mom's house, and I begged Dad to work it was 2 rooms down and 2 up, and I begged Dad to fix it up, and then he did, and we lived in there for 21 years.
Well, you moved in there in 48.
And yeah, before Lo was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometime in 48. I
Yeah.
don't know what time of the year.
I don't know either. I don't know that.
So you lived with Buffy Grandma for a while when you first got married?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I remember her having ladies in that one room.
Yeah.
2 ladies sometimes.
Well, I always helped Mom. I never worked no place. I always helped
Was
her.
she doing that then? Had people in there?
Pardon me?
Did she have people in that time?
What?
Mom. No. No, she didn't. She
What?
worked in the nursing home at Denver, and
That was after I left home.
that Mom worked.
Yeah. She never worked while
Yeah,
I-
she
But she used to have people that were like, she had 2 rooms that she had like nursing home people. in.
Yeah. But Mom had those people that she took care of that were in bed.
at our place.
Yeah.
But that was after I left.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, and that was after Daddy died.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was after Daddy died. Yeah, we had Manna. He was sitting on the yard. Manna was my dad's brother.
Okay.
Or Dad's brother. Then he was sitting on the yard, and she was yay high and had a baby bottle and had water in it. A doll bottle, you know.
I can see
Her?
where this
Yes. So she was standing there with him, and I don't know, just talking to him or what. And after a while, she squeezed his bottle, spritzed him in the face.
That's where Connie gets it from.
Well, she was doing mischief then already.
Yeah, she
I
always
don't
was.
remember this, so I must have been pretty young. I don't remember him at all.
We gave her the wrong name.
Well, if he was there in 64, you were born in 59, you were 5 years old, you should remember him.
I know.
She wasn't 5 yet,
So it was before.
but I don't know when Manna had come.
I don't know either.
No. So, and he sat there, and he was on the heavy side too. And he sat there, and his belly was chuckling along because he was laughing at her.
Well, Dad died in November of '63, so
Yeah.
it would have been sometime in '64 or '65 when
Oh,
Minna
yeah.
came there.
Yeah,
And then she had Aunt Emma.
yeah. She, Showalter lady.
Don't know about her.
Yeah. Ardell and Mardell's grandma.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, she
I
had
know,
her.
And you say one of them girls is dead and gone?
I think so. And the one was hurt so bad. She was riding horseback and flew off. She was paralyzed, and oh my, there was so much wrong with her. I think that's the one that would have died, but I didn't know them apart. Maybe Jimmy does. They might have been his age.
They were 3 years younger than me.
Oh, okay.
Well, that won't help.
When I was 15, they were 12.
Mhm. Oh dear.
Now, I don't know if they turned 13 at the end of that year or when, but I know that in August that year, I was 15 and a half, and they were 12.
So
When they
how old
turned
were you when you
13,
got
I don't
married?
know.
Bill, how old were you when you got married?
21.
Mentally or physically?
Well, you got married and left for California.
He was 21.
21.
Okay. That all happened at the same time, didn't it?
Pardon?
When you got married, you left for California right away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. But I had been to California prior to that.
Oh, okay.
2 years prior to that.
Is that when you went out with Louis the
No,
first time?
Went out with bands.
Oh, well, one or the other.
And he was a pain in the ass.
Don't say
It's too late. He did.
Why, are you taping?
Maybe you better erase it.
Ask me if I care.
Yeah.
I'm sure Vance won't see it anyway.
No.
Huh?
He won't see it anyway.
No.
No.
But now tell why. I want to know
But
why.
I'd tell him that to his face anyway, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, where did Grandma and Grandpa live first? Like after they were married? Did they live in Hinkletown?
You mean our folks?
Yeah, your folks.
They lived with Grandma and Pappy.
For 1 year. Well, yeah, 1 year.
And where was that? Was that in?
Back on the farm.
Oh, okay.
Reinhold.
Okay.
Then they bought the place in Hinkletown.
Okay.
I was 1 year old.
Pardon me?
I was 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, well, Grandma always said it's cheaper for everybody to live under one roof. It is, but you get in everybody gets into everybody's hair.
Mhm.
It doesn't work.
Mhm.
And I guess they wanted Dad to be a farmer, and he didn't want to be a farmer. I don't know if his dad had a farm or not.
Yeah,
A little one, maybe.
yeah.
But Dad was no farmer. He didn't farm. He kept the thrashing machine and the
Steam engine.
steam engines going. That was his thing.
Yeah.
And the heck with the rest of the stuff. And then I don't know if they had a falling out or if Mary and Paul came there then. Anyways, they went to to Hinkletown.
Okay. And then.
And then Dad worked for his uncle selling Chevys.
Oh, yeah.
What are they?
Huh?
What are shivvies? Oh my God, do you know? Does anybody know?
Do you know what it is?
A chivvy.
Yeah.
Okay, good, but I'm not the only one.
A Chevy.
Chevy. That's what I
She's saying shit.
Hey, Vaughn, I'd like me a Chevy. Anyways,
That's California.
Here we go, guys. I'll take a deep breath.
it's like one time Donine and I were in the restaurant and this guy asked me a question or whatever and I said, well, hit me. And he said, what did you say? I said, hit me. And he said, I said, hep, H-E-L-P. Got so darn ticked off at him.
So you wanted help.
So anyways, he sold Chevys for a while, maybe a year or two. That's why he got that 30 Chevy
Oh,
that
the
John
30.
Zimmerman had.
Ah, it wondered me how Daddy got that new.
Yeah. His uncle or what he was working for.
Yeah, John Sauter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So anyways, they thought, well, Dad's selling cars, he needs a new car. So he bought it. And I don't know how long he had it.
Not long.
And then, well, I guess he quit working there then and went into the roller business. Mena got him into that.
Oh, that I didn't realize.
Yeah. Mena had a roller first, and then I guess
Okay.
he told Dad about
I mean,
it.
he's had it though ever since I know anything.
What, a roller?
Daddy, his steam engine.
Yeah, he had the steam engine.
Yeah.
But he couldn't have gotten the roller until 31 or 32.
Well, okay. Then I was just a kid too.
Well, you still are a kid. Anyways,
An old lady kid.
then he went into the rolling business. But anyways, that 30 Chevy that Dad bought new, then Pappy got it.
Oh, when did John get it then?
After that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now, Pappy never drove a car. So if he got a car in 31, Pappy would have been 60 years old before he drove a car. And when we used to take Mary Becker home, I remember I was with him a few times.
So was I.
Yeah. And
It's the one we lived.
they went through Stevens all the way to Mary's place. And then I think you came to a stop sign. And then you went across the street, across that street, and you went down a side hill, and then you had a hill to go up.
Cuppy's Hill.
Huh?
Cuppy's Hill. Outside of Denver.
No.
Oh.
This is after we go through Stevens. And I don't know if they had a stop sign there or not, but you crossed the street, and then you went down a little hill, and then you had another hill coming up. Well, anyways, Pappy used to have it in high gear. Well, that old Chevy wouldn't go up the hill in high gear, so he'd kill it.
He got almost to the top.
Yeah, you couldn't teach him how to shift down. So he'd just keep going until it died. And then he'd leave it coast down
He
backwards.
put it in neutral.
Yeah.
And try again.
And
Yeah.
He let it
Oh
coast down.
my gosh.
Yeah, but he never looked to see if somebody was in back of us, the side of us, or anywhere.
He just left it coast down.
Yeah.
Then he put it in low gear and then it would go up the hill.
Oh
But
my
you couldn't
gosh.
teach him to shift down.
That was at Cuppy's Hill. That was when you come into Denver, go out 6th Street, where Abe and Etna used to live, past their place.
Okay,
Yeah.
but there's another hill there where
I
I'm
can't
talking
see
about.
where you would have one in Stevens.
Yeah, it's on the other side of Stevens. You go through Stevens,
Yeah.
coming towards Mary's place, and you come to a stop sign. Then you go down across that
Oh,
street.
you mean Academy Drive then?
I don't know, but
Yeah.
it's not too far from where you and it's not too far from where you and I used to get the school bus.
Yeah, I know where you mean. I don't think I was ever alone that we went there. Maybe
Well,
I was.
I was.
Maybe we were. I just remember copies.
And he'd just leave the thing coast down backwards. He didn't look if anybody's back there.
Okay, so then you lived in Hinkletown till when?
Till I was 12 or 13. Or 11 or 12.
March of '39, we moved to Lincoln.
Okay, then how old was I?
39 and 27.
You would have been 12.
11,
You
12.
turned 11 in December in March of '39. We
Yeah.
moved
Yeah,
up there.
so
yeah.
you would have been 11. Yeah.
I just
I don't try to
So
figure
he-
out
he
when he's
built-
alone.
I
You
just
built the
turned,
house in Lincoln.
I just turned
Yeah.
5.
So
Well-
you knew you were moving when you, because
Yeah.
it took some time until you built the house, I'm sure.
Not too long. They bought the lot on Thanksgiving Day of 39. Did you say we moved there in 39? No, they only started building it in 39.
No. We moved there in March of '39.
So then they must have bought
I
it.
just turned 5 when we moved there.
Okay. Well, then we moved there in 39.
And we
Maybe
lived
that's-
there 3 years. March of,
Well, they bought the lot on Thanksgiving Day. Now, they couldn't have built the house from Thanksgiving Day till March.
no.
Yes, they could have.
I guess they could have, but they paid $800 for that house.
Do you know where that is?
Yeah, I think
A
I
little
do.
before.
Yeah.
No, they had to pay more than that.
She says it's the one that
Because-
the garage is turned,
8,000 then?
and it has 3
maybe it
doors.
was
So if you look at those
8,000.
red brick homes.
Yeah,
the one that has the garage that
8,000,
sits
yeah.
back,
because they
3
gave
doors.
$2,800 for the one in
That's
Hinkletown.
how I can tell. when
Here
you
comes
just-
brother.
Is this open?
I think. Yeah, it's him.
But
Yes.
anyways,
Is it him?
Yeah.
March of '42, then we moved back to Reinhold.
And you guys, Dad says that you guys don't know why you moved back to
Oh,
Rhinehall.
I do.
Why?
Because Daddy didn't want to go to the service. Or Mom didn't want him to or something.
Well, what does moving out of the house in Lincoln have to do with
Because we lived on a farm up there. Farmers didn't have to go.
I like the shirt.
Didn't you know that?
So that's why he left the brand new house and you went back there.
Yeah.
Well, how long was Grandma alone?
Not long, because
Yeah, not long.
Sim died in '41, I think.
Well, then that would make sense.
What would make
That
sense?
they moved back to
Get the other pillow.
sort of take care of her, but
No, that.
that didn't last
Isn't
long
there
anyway.
one out there? Maybe it is.
Well,
not
it
out
lasted longer than I
That
would have
green
liked,
one on
because
that
I
wire
didn't,
chair.
I didn't care for Grandma.
Yeah.
She ticked me off more than once.
Well, and then from what we were talking with Elmer, Elmer said the same kind of thing. That she'd yell at them for
For doing nothing.
yeah.
Well, she was an old lady.
Do you want to get up a second?
Oh.
I'll give you a little more push. How's that?
Hey, you do good work,
Care my
Johnny.
hiney.
Yeah, I
I knew you were good for something.
do. Oh my god.
Oh,
Is that better?
That is nuts.
Well, she was at our place, and then she went to Elmer's or what, and then she came back to our place again.
Yeah, well, she'd go visit some. But finally, she went over to Shonar's, Elsie and Harvey Shonar, and there she stayed until she died there then.
Okay, Elsie and Harvey Shonar. How are they related to us?
Elsie's dad and Grandma were brother and sister, but he died before I was born. I never knew him. Scott.
Oh, okay.
He had pneumonia and
So it,
died.
so it was Irvin, Scott, and Elmer.
Mm-hmm.
Was Urban the oldest, or
Yeah.
was?
Yeah.
And then Scott,
Mhm.
and Elmer was the baby,
Yeah.
and then Aunt Mary
I
and
don't,
Emma,
and Emma, I guess, was, Grandma was the oldest.
girl.
Grandma was, here's somebody else is coming, and I think this is Luke and Lorraine.
Well,
Don't talk about ancestor.
Well, Grandma was the oldest girl.
Yeah.
He must be from church.
You must.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe he's
Grandma was the oldest girl. Then it was Aunt Mary, and then it
Open
was
the door.
I will. They're not out of the car yet, Mom.
no,
No,
it
but
was
so
Aunt
they
Em.
know that we're here.
well, it was either that or I thought
She
maybe
has
the
a
war had
walker,
something to
maybe
do with it.
Somebody ought to go
But
out
Daddy was
and
pretty
help,
old by
maybe a
that
little.
time. They weren't-
I would think so, but she said, just told me now that moved back there on account of he didn't want to go in the service, or Mom didn't want him
Okay,
to go in
but
the service.
what I don't understand, he was married and had 2 kids by that time. They would have made
yeah,
him
but
go.
with the war
They
on,
did make him go
yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
And he
that's what I was
was and he
confused.
was 40 years old too by that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
Um,
to me shouldn't have been prime target.
Well, but they were
It was
they were
back in
taking
a
them
different
because
time.
Could you go out and help? Luke is, he's getting so old. It's a
And,
cousin on my dad's side.
so that's a
and Lorraine
possibility.
has a
And being on the
walker.
farm, that
Help
farmers
him a
were
little.
exempt,
More valuable than.
right, more
Yeah.
so than someone
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah,
older.
yeah, I knew that's
I mean,
what.
I understand younger ones, but I'm surprised because
Well, Daddy was younger at that time,
Well,
but
he,
not
he
that
was 40.
young.
He was
No, he
40.
he still wasn't 18.
Yeah, well, they were.
20.
Hey, they took
Yeah.
Manna, and he was up past 40. He
Yeah.
went to a CO camp.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, down in Virginia on the Skyline Drive. I was down there.
I think that would make more sense than taking care of Grandma, but maybe the two things together work together, and
Could be.
so
But
that was just
I
one
can't
more
see
reason.
why they took Manna and put him down there.
Because he was single. He never was married. Yeah, he was in the beginning of his 40s.
See,
I know.
there, he didn't
Well,
have a
he was-
family. I thought the
Yeah.
He was
family
1 or
people
2
were-
years older than
Well,
Dad.
it was war.
Okay.
And they took anybody
Yeah.
that they could. Yeah. Yeah, that time they did.
That's scary.
Yeah. Mhm. No, I knew it was. They live over at United Sign Home.
Up to there.
Mhm.
Who does?
Luke and Lorraine.
So does my father-in-law.
Oh no, not United Sign. They lived over at Mannheim at
Okay.
what is that called?
I don't know, but I know what you mean.
Oh,
Pleasant View.
Yeah, that's
Pleasant
it.
View.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought they gave up a lot. That house in Lincoln was nice,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it was then it was brand new and he built it.
and to give that up to go to Reinhold's.
And,
That was dumb.
Which house is that? Is
Yeah,
that
maybe
is
you
it
wouldn't have to
still
go
around?
to work in the
Yes,
farm
it's-
then.
Yes, it's.
Darn right. That would have made me happy.
Do you know when you
Well, you don't
go,
know.
like,
You
back
hadn't
to the
tried it
Brethren
out
Church?
then yet.
When you go to
Yeah.
Lincoln, there's Crescent Avenue.
No,
and
but I
what's the
sure
other one?
belly ached a lot to
Blossom
myself.
Avenue, I think.
Do you know what I
If
mean?
I'd
It
have
goes
been
around
like
the
Joyce, I
block
would have
by the
mopped
church.
off.
Well, it's
Yeah.
before you get to the
She
first
did.
road. You go back into the church. There's like
She
there's
would have
like
made a
3
better
or
farmer
4
than
red
any
brick
of us.
Square brick
Yeah.
homes.
Yeah.
And it's one of those. I was just telling Lisa, it's one that has a garage in the back that has 3 doors on it. Because I asked her, that's how
Connie, I don't think they're going to
Joyce
stay that
is
long.
I'll
more
get
like
up.
Connie.
I'll
She
get
was
up.
outspoken
No,
and
could you
did
let
her
them
own
sit
thing.
there?
That's why I
If
said
you-
I'm gonna
Oh,
get up.
okay.
Fine, and if you didn't,
I
fine.
can squeeze in the middle there or on the
Yeah,
floor.
I can move the
Or I
cushion
can
so
go
we
out
can
there.
make room for another person.
Step up there.
Jimmy, maybe you better get up and leave them through there.
Everybody's directing me.
Looks like a full house.
Alright.
Hey.
That ain't a big, not a very big step.
Where's his name tag?
Ain't a big
Did you hear I put Phil's on his butt yesterday?
What you pushing that thing around for?
my mom had him, and she was
Took care of him, yeah.
yeah, a couple years old. She had a baby bottle, and she had it full of water, so she was standing out in front of him, and so she squeezed this, and it went up in his face. Well, you know, Manna was sort of heavy, and he sat there and laughed that his belly shook.
Isn't that right?
Was he smoking one of his cigars at the time?
I don't think so.
He smoked those Philly Junior cigars.
Maybe I was trying to print it out.
Yeah. But he used to smoke those down. He'd take a toothpick and put it in the cigar so that he, didn't have to hold it.
Oh my
The toothpick
gosh.
held it. He smoked it down so close.
Anything to get the
Well, they
last
were
off.
expensive.
Yeah.
They cost a penny a piece.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
cigar smoker, and early. I remember when he'd come back to see us sometimes on a Sunday night. He'd come back and he'd bring
Ice cream.
a gallon of ice cream. Cloister Dairy sold gallon containers of
Yeah.
ice cream in just a white round container.
Yeah.
He'd come back with that, and he'd be smoking one of his big cigars. His cars always smelled like cigar smoke.
Oh my, that's
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I can remember he'd come back and he'd park the car in the driveway and he'd sit there for a long time. He wouldn't come in until somebody came out
You were
You're
ruined.
and
The ice cream could have melted.
well yeah. Well, he must have driven that ice cream all the way from Cloister Dairies back there,
Yeah.
and then he sat for a long time in the car.
Well, they didn't invite me in, so I'm not coming in.
And Mom, go ahead, tell him to come in.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how are you doing, Betty?
Okay. It doesn't hurt me.
Was it broke?
Huh?
It other
It broke my wrist.
your wrist. is
My
broke.
wrist is broke.
Fire
She'll
me,
do
man.
anything to get attention.
Yeah.
You must have told everybody.
Not everybody, just the
Well,
important
everybody. Oh, you're Bill. Or yeah, you're Jim's sister. And then I said, yeah. How do you know? Well, he told me.
How long were you in the hospital?
I was just in the ER,
Oh. Oh,
but I
you,
had to go twice. I was in the morning.
you weren't a minute.
Mm-mm.
No, not as a patient. I went in the morning, and they checked this, and they checked to see if I was had a
Concussion.
concussion. Yeah.
To see if you were goofy or not.
And then that was okay. And then Pat, and well, we all came home. Pat and Connie, or Lindy were in there, and then Pat, I went in her car, and we went over to the glasses because my nose piece was standing straight up like that.
Is that right?
Yeah, and the temple was up like that. So Pat said, well, she knows where it is, so she took me over. Lindy went home. So when we came home here then, I was sitting out here in the room, and Pat looked at me and she said, your eye is really swollen. And it went out, it hit my glasses.
Yeah. Did he break them?
Yeah, no, but
It
my
did.
lens is scratched.
Oh. Did
but-
it happen out here in the driveway?
It happened right at the edge of the driveway in the street.
Oh my.
Yeah, there I was laying, and the cars kept on going. I don't know what they thought I was.
I just can't believe that.
I know.
No.
Yeah.
No, that.
I was thinking, what must I do? I was sort of,
They thought maybe they were making a movie and they had a dummy laying there.
it was.
Well, then the first lady that stopped just
Came-
had surgery and couldn't help her up. Wasn't supposed to lift.
Oh.
But then I had my cell phone in my pocket and this phone in this pocket. Well, I fell on this side, so I couldn't get this out. And I don't know, it was hard to get this one. So I sort of pushed myself up and helped my hand, this hand on the street or my
Yeah.
driveway to pull myself up a little. And I didn't even feel anything.
Didn't you?
And And then when I went in there, they took an X-ray of it. Had scuffed. The blood was running down my elbow to my elbow. But they cleaned that off, and it wasn't that much of a scab or scar or nothing. But so they never did do my eye because it didn't look bad. It wasn't black and blue or nothing. So Pat, we were sitting out here, and then Pat said, well, she thinks I ought to go to the doctor, and
Her nose started bleeding.
yeah, my nose
Oh.
was 3 times. And so then they took me down, made an appointment, and took me down to the doctor's office. And then the doctor, do you see double vision? No. And he, like that, and I could follow it.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, she said, well, I hate to tell you to do this, but you got to go back in the ER again. And that was 20 after 3 was our appointment. So anyway, she said, you might even have to have surgery tonight on your eye because a little bone, it's called the orbital floor.
Floor.
Yeah. It's a little thin bone that now he said the doctor then on Tuesday said he won't operate because they really have to cut up, it was about over an inch. And he won't do it because he didn't want to put me through the anesthesia. Then I said, hey, I'm heading for heart surgery. He looked at me. So anyway, and then he would have to do plastic surgery on, and that's what he does.
Uh-huh. Just, are
It
you
was tough.
gonna go through with heart surgery? Are you gonna have that now?
I think I was in with Dr. Cope on Wednesday then. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I was every day with a different doctor. I ought to get good, or else drop.
So one was the orthopedic doctor for the arm. Then she was at the heart doctor, which was the scheduled appointment.
Yeah.
And then she was at the plastic surgeon
Yeah.
for the eye.
But anyway, he said, Dr. Cope, he's from our church.
Oh,
Dr. Cope.
from Effort Brother.
Yeah, down at Lampeter Strasbourg. His mother goes up to East Fairview.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so when we were ready to leave, then he said, I'll see you in September. And I don't have an appointment with him. So Pat said, too, she thinks that sounds as if they might be doing it in September. But now I have 2 other doctors, not this coming week, but the next week, the 7 and 8.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah. And they're going to decide which way and how they're doing it. Nothing was said about Philly. The other time, my specialist, heart specialist, said, well, that I might have to go to Philly to have it done because they said Medicare don't pay it. Well, I'm not paying it. I got schedules of things out here that you may be billed something like around close to $1,000
Oh boy.
now already just for tests that I had taken.
I wonder why Medicare don't pay.
What?
Why don't Medicare pay?
Because I'm too old and risky.
Yeah, but you said they'd pay it if you went to Philly.
No, yeah, it would not Medicare.
Oh, what
No.
would pay it then?
It would be under. What is it? No.
Medicaid?
What is it? It's an organization down there that would pay it. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. It would be through the drug because I'd be going down more or less like a guinea pig.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for science or whatever.
What are they think? Is it a
bypass operation or a valve operation?
No, it's my valve that's just closing up, the main valve.
The main valve.
Valve or artery?
It's a valve.
No.
Well,
And
one,
it's,
one
I
of
don't
them.
know that it's closing up, it's just not working right.
It's closing because that's why
Okay.
it don't go shut and open
I
away.
seen the sonogram and then the picture of it moving and he said it, but I have no idea what I was,
Looking at.
yeah, well, like what's the right way? You can see it's not working right, but I'm not having a right one to look at, I'm not sure what's not working right.
Well, you say
But it
next
was
week
interesting
you
to
have
look at.
3 different doctors to go to?
I think they said it opens and closes, but then.
No,
closes,
2.
2.
Doesn't
Two.
close the
On
whole
the
way,
the
which
8th
procedure
and
just makes her
Or the 7th and the 8th. I go to 2 surgeons.
The heart pumping and everything.
Not
And then
this
it said
coming
it was-
That's how I
coming up.
understood
It was
Well, you
putting
just
stress
like to
on
go
the
see
other
the
valve.
doctor.
Right.
Yeah, didn't you get that before?
That's why I go see the nurses.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That's why I had to keep her. They had a big birthday party last night for Jimmy. My baby brother, can you imagine, is 70. Not quite yet,
Not yet.
but we had the party last night.
Uh-huh.
And she was saying, "Are you coming? Are you coming?" I said, "I'll come if I can." I didn't know how much. Says, heaven's sake, they're telling me I need this for over a year now already, Lisa.
But I pulled a good one on them. Neither one of them knew I was coming.
Neither one of them knew you were coming.
No.
And I didn't either.
No. But she's the one that started it.
You should have called me and tell me, Ruth.
She called me 4 months ago. She left a message on my cell phone and on the house phone, and because I was gone, and then I called her back, and she wanted to know if I come to this party, and I said, well, I can't tell you right now. I have to talk to my daughter to see if she'll come up to my place to take care of my horse and dog.
Uh-huh.
So I'm talking to her, and then Rachel and Lisa are talking to each other, and anyways, here I am.
Here you are.
They did everything but not fly the plane.
Pardon me?
They did everything but not fly the plane.
You're right.
Uh-huh. So you say your daughter. Now, how many children do you have, Ruth? Two
Boy
girls?
and girl.
A boy and a girl. Well, we have 2 boys. We never got the girl yet.
Are you working on it?
No, Ruth.
I think
At
it's
85.
I think you're a little too late.
I think
Well, better late than never.
Better make it.
I don't think Lorraine would want to tend a baby
No, I
yet.
don't think so.
She has enough to take care of herself.
That's what I say. I'm sure.
So did you
You
didn't trip, you just fell, huh?
you ought to get her a bicycle.
Yeah, or a 3-wheeler or a 4-wheeler.
Your
One
dad
of them.
used to sell them, didn't
One of
he?
them jazzes. No, I don't think he sold them. He sold bicycles, yeah.
Yeah.
Bicycles, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad sold them. Yeah, I started riding them when I was about 9 years old.
That's about all he did was sell bicycles.
Yeah,
And make kids.
yeah.
Well, he fixed them, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he fixed them.
Yeah.
He worked on them.
Mm-hmm.
I break them and he fixed them. Yeah.
Well, you ramped around in them. That's what broke them.
I was over with Dodie and Alt once, and I don't know if it was Zeta or Anna. I with 2 of them, I think. They went down the road. They were going somewhere, to the store somewhere, and they forgot something, and I went after them. And when I came out the road there below their place, a car hit me. Yeah, I could have been killed. I was only about 9 or 10 years old. Yeah, I would sit on the bicycle. You remember You remember Dolly and Mommy, sure that you.
Yeah.
I was,
And Anna and Ada and
Yeah.
Anna and Minnie, they all four lived.
Under
Minna
one
and
roof.
Ada.
None of them ever got married.
Uh,
See, it was 8 of them and 4 of them never got married.
Yeah.
And now we have a son, 48, that never got married. He's down at the lower end of Merlin, what they call Waldorf. Ever hear of Waldorf, anybody?
Yeah.
It's only about 10 miles from the Virginia line.
oh yeah.
I think
Down there 26 years.
What does he do down there?
He tried to figure the weather out over the oceans. He worked on the weather. He's a weatherman, meteorologist.
He's a weatherman.
Yeah,
He never gets it right.
he never gets it right. Every once in a while. Yeah, he worked for the National Weather Service for 26 years.
Okay, you kids, it was Titus, then it was Verna, then it was you.
Right? I'm the third one.
You're the third one. Then it was Nora,
Yeah,
then it's Clara.
she was your age. Well, no, Nora's 83.
Nora is older than me and Clara is younger than
Yep. Clarence 80 or 81.
me. So then it was Titus, Verna, Luke, Nora, Clara, and then who?
Ike.
Ike?
Well, Les, he died at 30.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah,
Les,
Lester.
Remember Lester?
Lester. And then Ike.
Yeah.
This
Is
is
Ike
all
the
one
baby?
family?
But
So-
she
So they only
Yeah.
had 7.
no
No, and then we have 4 later,
that died.
4 that didn't live.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Uh-huh.
My mother had a bad fall and she couldn't keep alive 4 too. One lived 2 weeks, one lived a week, and the other 2 were stillborn.
Yeah.
Well, what
And they blamed it on.
what year was Ike
She
born?
fell down the cellar step. He'll be
He's 10 years younger than Verna or Verna, is
he'll
it?
be 70. He's 8 years younger than me.
Oh.
I mean, so here in September he'll be 77, right? 77 and 8 or 85. Yeah, he'll be 77.
And then they had 4 after.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 11.
I don't remember that.
I went to school
Well,
with.
I don't know if he lived at Hingletown then no more.
Ever
We
hear of-
didn't get together so much after.
Yeah, I remember when you lived in England. We came out there.
Yeah.
But that's where Burkholder there in the corner where
Yeah.
the schoolhouse was. You remember them? They had 14, so they had upbeat.
I remember the name, but I don't remember them.
Well,
Yeah.
Ada used to come out the road at the church, come up through to Hingletown, stop, pick me up in the spring wagon and a horse, maybe 2 horses, I don't remember. And I'd go along, sit on up front with her, and we'd go all the way down through Hingletown and
Towards Ephrata.
yeah, and go to Burkholder's there
Okay.
for me.
I went with her too.
Yeah, but I don't think we went together.
No.
No.
But you went over the bridge.
Yeah.
And what was there?
A gas station, all house.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where Dad got his ice cream still.
Hingletown Mill was on the right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The mill went right
But the
there.
store was past that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out beyond town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going before you got up that hill that takes you into Merle then. Yeah. Yeah.
That was before your time.
Yeah, and I forget what you said about Daddy and the motorcycle. Did you say that you do remember him having a motorcycle or not?
No.
No.
Do you remember him having a motorcycle?
No, that was all before Daddy
then-
was married.
Then yeah, well then that picture.
I think he had a motorcycle after they got married because Mom had a fit about it.
Oh, that's nothing new.
No. The only people that rode motorcycles were hoodlums, as far as Mom was concerned.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
But Dad got rid of the motorcycles before I was born. But when we moved back to Reinhold's, Dad had a bicycle. And
That when you've seen that.
Yeah.
That would have been probably before he was married then?
he put a motor on this bicycle.
Oh yeah, motorbike they call it.
Yeah, and I don't know what kind of a motor he had on, but he went down the street and I could still see him going out the driveway and going down there looking back at me and waving. And he came back and he said, well, Mom can't complain about this. This isn't a motorcycle. But as far as he was concerned, it was a
Show
motorcycle.
this
Yeah.
to Luke. This was not Daddy's motorcycle, I don't think. When they were at home, Emmon had the, no, not Emmon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Emmon that had the motorcycle. And then he was killed on it.
And your dad was riding with him.
No, but he did sometimes. He did have the motorcycle.
But he wasn't along when
I don't think so.
Yeah, Dad was along when his brother got killed.
Oh,
I
was he?
think so.
Dad
Oh.
said that he was thrown and was as high as the telephone wires. He
But
got
I
thrown
think your
free,
dad- I know what you're-
and
Pardon?
his
That was
brother
your dad
stayed
on
with it
motorcycle.
and was killed.
I didn't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, I think Emmett and Emmett were both on the
I
bike.
have that on Facebook.
But I think Emmett was driving
I
it.
didn't.
Yeah.
realize it was
Yeah,
him.
it was Emmon's motorcycle.
Evan was driving,
Yeah.
and Dad got thrown free.
Now I only remember that by what they say
Oh,
because
maybe Lorraine would like
because
to see it.
I
Jimmy,
wasn't even born yet.
maybe she'd
Oh.
like to see it too. No, I knew he was on, but just didn't recall that he was
Who's
on
that,
at the
your dad?
same
My dad,
time.
yeah.
I think so.
Dad liked motorcycles.
I
Yeah.
don't think he was hurt too bad though.
No, I don't
As I
think.
recall.
My
So
dad,
who was driving?
Ammon,
Emmett,
yeah.
the guy that was killed.
I don't know what happened. Do you know what happened?
No,
I
I
don't
never.
know what
I
happened.
don't know.
They didn't run in a car or nothing.
They didn't. They
I don't think.
I don't think so either.
No.
I think he just skidded, huh?
Lost
Yeah.
control
Now,
of it or
when did
something.
this happen? Before you guys were,
Born.
any of you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So
Dad
none of
was-
you would be here if he would have been the one to die.
Yeah.
Dad was 18. And Emma
You
was,
wouldn't be
I
either.
know, I know.
None of you.
Not and most of the people in this room.
Yeah.
I was though.
Yeah, you. Your
Dad
dad
was
wasn't
18
on.
and his brother was 19 or 20.
Yeah.
21. Wasn't Emmett 21?
He might have been
I think he was 21.
when he was killed.
But he was older than my dad, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Manna was Ada was the oldest. And then Manna. Wasn't it?
I think
Or
so.
what-
I can imagine what Daddy and Mommy thought when he had a motorcycle.
Do you think she could think? All she did was sit on her rocker. You're on the rocker now. Yeah?
They would come and then made a gumball out of it. All the time playing with their gum, chewing gum all the time.
Yep. I don't remember. Do you remember her working anything?
All I remember is sitting in a rocking chair,
Chewing gum
chewing gum.
and pulling it.
Well, they had 3 girls there. She didn't need to work.
They did what?
And 3 girls.
3 girls there to do the work.
Yeah, but-
Ada, Minnie, and Anna, they all lived at home. All lived at home.
Well,
Till,
Minnie and Anna didn't do anything.
No, they didn't work much.
they didn't work much either.
No.
They were a little like my dad, did he?
You said it.
He must have 13.
Well, don't you work nothing. Well, they don't have to.
Not, but they think the only work is is work. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
There's other kind of work.
Yeah.
I didn't say it.
You didn't have to.
You do hip work maybe.
Yeah, we try.
We have a grandson. He went to Shippensburg for 1 semester. So he came home one day, and I mean, our son and daughter-in-law thought he ought to go to college. I mean, they were all three of the children. Well, the younger one is in high school that, but she going for 5 years, I guess, to be Washington. And but he came home one day. Said, Mom and Pop, and the college he said, I want to work with my hand, not with my head.
Yeah, well, I would have sooner worked with my head than my hands.
We were different.
You didn't pick any beans either.
Well, I was forced to do some of that.
And then he went to YTI, that York, 9 months you can get a degree, you know. 9 months, you go 9 months, and so he went in there, and now he's a plumber.
He's what?
A plumber.
Now he's a plumber.
And he likes that?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Well, we need them too.
a good job. Working at that now, he's 27, eh? He was about 19.
Oh, that's your grandson?
Yeah. That would be Tom. Did you never met my son, did you? Or either one of
Not
them?
that I know of.
I don't even know your sons. You have
Sylvia.
two, yeah.
Jamie, he's 48, he'll be 49 here in October, and Jim and Tommy 55. And Jim is the one that married, Tommy is the one that married that had 3 children. The old girl is 30, and the boy 27, and they have one 11 years later. That's 16.
Well, how can they be that old when you're still so young?
Yeah, I was almost 30 till we had Tom, and then I was 55 till I was grandpa. So. Now I'm 85 and don't have any great-grandchildren. Well, none of them are married. The older girl, that's 30, she has a friend now, and no doubt they'll get married. But our grandson, he's like Mena and them, and our son, he don't.
He's probably the smartest one.
I don't know. Yeah,
How old were you when you got married?
almost 25.
Oh.
We went together around 3 or 4 years.
See, Jared, this is a cousin on the Nault side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. His name's Nault.
Her dad and my dad were brothers.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were brother to the one that got killed.
Yeah.
And it were 4 boys and 4 girls. 4
Yeah.
and 4.
And I remember Isaac and Irene.
You remember Ike and Irene?
Yeah, but
Yeah. they were-
not very much. Did
No.
Isaac? Did he run a roller too sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes he run it for Daddy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
he didn't
But
have
he,
his
he
own.
never
he
had
never,
none.
he never owned any.
No,
Yeah,
no.
okay.
But he did work sometimes for Mena and sometimes for Daddy. Yeah.
And
he-
Mena owned a roller.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's how Daddy got into it.
Mena was in it for a good many years.
Now they don't have those big rollers anymore.
You know.
Doing it.
No.
Small one.
Did
Small.
you ever see a big one since? Just now. Not unless it's on display or something.
Yeah. So they got rid of them
Yeah.
real big ones.
I don't know. What did that weigh? 12? 12 ton?
I don't know.
Well, the Scarifier teeth were ton, or weren't they? What was that?
Yeah, the back end there that he dropped down to tear up the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that fell on his leg.
In 47.
Yeah.
Fell in your dad leg.
Yeah, he was crawling under the roller, and,
I remember.
and I guess he had him hoisted up with block or something. And I don't know what happened. He didn't have it right.
Where did that happen?
Not at home.
No, it wasn't at home.
It was out on the work. Out when he was working. I don't even know if was somebody around with him or not.
I
think
don't know, but he came home
He picked it up himself.
Hello.
and was on crutches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
It went through the whole tooth went through the back part of his leg.
Oh,
It
boy.
didn't hit the bone.
And that never healed, right?
No, it
No.
never
And it
healed.
was at both legs.
Well, because he never went to the doctor right, probably.
I would have. Well, if he had crutches, he had a. We didn't have none at home. He had to almost, but I know he wiggled out of it somehow, and pulled them up himself. I think. I
The
think.
guy was
Mm.
the guy was strong.
Yeah, Daddy was.
He was stronger than my brother and I together.
Well, he
Yeah.
carried those railroad ties
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
He was big. I think he was the biggest out of the four of them. Your dad was about 6'2", ain't
Yeah. And
513.
513 or 514.
And he used
Yeah.
to carry those
513.
railroad ties all around.
Yeah. He
What?
did that the week he died.
Yeah.
Carried one of those.
Didn't he make a
railroads.
chicken house or something out of those ties one time?
Well, he made a swing set that was
Yeah.
there in back of your place. He had railroad ties propped up and a railroad tie across the top and then the swings hanging from it.
Yeah.
And all those fence posts around there where the steers were kept, those were railroad ties set up.
Where did he get them at?
Where did he get them?
I don't know.
Did the railroad? Cause
I think
They were real
I
rare.
think John had some too.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But there were always some laying around there.
Yeah,
Wherever he got them, I don't know.
don't know either. But he
Yeah,
got them
who
and
was
he
your
could
father?
carry those suckers around.
Barry Copenhagen.
I couldn't
Harry.
lift them one end.
Barry.
Hey, I might have heard of them. I don't remember that I know anybody like that.
Well, they were from Reinholds too, weren't your parents?
No, we lived on, well, my dad originally from Lebanon County, but we lived
Oh.
on Earl Scott Road there.
Yeah.
The thing I remember most about your dad was Mom used to complain about him. He'd wear an overcoat
Yeah.
and it was 90 degrees outside. Mom
Oh,
said
my dad.
yeah. My mom used to always fuss. Yeah, the guy's out there, it's 90 degrees and he's wearing an overcoat. And Dad used to say, well, I guess he's cold.
With a scarf around his neck.
Yeah.
He always had a.
And what I remember about him, if he came Sunday night, sometimes they were there to eat, and he'd put salt on his stuff. He'd be salting out everything.
Isaac?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Manna did. Boy, Manna used salt and pepper.
They all did.
I have to
I
laugh at
did
people.
too.
You go into a restaurant and
I
watch.
think Dottie used a lot.
Probably.
Watch people, they'll get their dinner or whatever they're getting, and they reach for the salt and pepper shaker.
Yeah,
I don't use either one.
I don't either.
you don't.
Uh-uh.
I use a lot.
I don't.
My wife tried to get me off on it. Yeah, I need salt and pepper every meal.
Not me.
And they tell me I ain't supposed to use any salt, and I said I haven't for a long time because Lo had rheumatic fever, and we didn't dare to salt. I didn't dare to salt nothing for him.
Oh, for Lowell, that's your boy.
Yeah, when he was in 8th grade, he got rheumatic fever. He was in the hospital, and no salt. So the guy didn't eat nothing because he didn't like it without salt, so he didn't eat nothing. Because
Uh-huh.
that's why he eats now. So
And he's still
Does he
living.
put salt on now?
I don't think so, though. I mean, Pat makes like you would, but I never used it much in cooking. And then when Johnny had his heart attack, I was so used to it that I didn't use salt long time, and I still don't, and I still have this. So it isn't only the salt.
Well,
So
I don't
you
know.
got away with it.
I don't know what was wrong with me once. They put me on substitute salt.
They what?
Put me on substitute salt.
Oh.
You know,
When did Isaac die? When did your dad die?
72.
And how old was
Right.
he?
72.
Right around the time Agnes went through. How old he was? No, my dad was 68.
Oh, was it? Oh, I thought he was in the beginning of the.
I think Menno was 72 not.
Oh.
He
No, my
was still
dad-
young.
He died in 72. And Les, he was only 30, my
Yeah.
brother Les.
He had a heart attack.
Yeah.
He was waiting on the doctor though to have surgery. Was he on vacation?
I don't know.
He
but see,
wasn't here. And
Yeah.
and
Philadelphia he was going
yeah,
to.
and he died then before the doctor.
They didn't do it at Lancaster and he was
No.
going to have a valve replacement. Going to have a new valve put in, on a pig valve or cow valve
Yeah.
or whatever you put in them.
Yeah, he
I
was
did.
only 30. That was in 68.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Daddy died in 72.
Maybe that's why I get the 72 as age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ada was only 54.
Yeah, she was in her 50s somewhere.
I
I think she was 53, going on 54.
I
She died in 49. Died in 49, and I think she was born in 96.
She was born in 40. Yeah, you have a better memory than I do with them. I know how old my mother and father were, but I couldn't tell them for sure. Anna, I think Anna lived to be the oldest though.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She was
And
around 9, you know.
Sam died at 53 also, I believe.
Well, Fitton died first. They only died 9 months apart, I know that.
Who?
Lizzie and Sam. One died in 53 and one died in 54. Liz and Sam only died 9 months apart.
Well, I think Sam died in 53.
And then he died, no doubt, before she did.
Who died after that?
Lizzie would have been Sam's wife.
Oh, his Lizzie, his wife. Yeah.
Husband and wife.
Yeah. Oh,
One in
okay.
53.
Oh, Sam's
Sam's
wife?
wife was Lizzie, and they had a sister Lizzie too. That was
And-
Melvin's mom.
And Grandma was Lizzie, our Grandma.
Yeah, and so was Grandma.
Grandma was, there was 4 Lizzies there.
And now they don't hear too much of that name, do they?
No.
It's coming back, I think. You hear it once in a while. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, how many kids did Sam and Lizzie have?
They had 8 or 9, eh?
Yeah.
Betty.
It was Ammon and Lydia Ann, Esther, Martha. I'm not naming them in order. Martha, Mary, and Sammy and
Oh, we want them
Ivan.
in order.
Well, I think you had them in order.
About,
She
yeah.
stuck her tongue out
Mary and
at
Well, that's better than coming after me with a yardstick.
Mary and Martha, I ain't too sure. I think Martha was older than Mary, though. If I
Martha was older than Mary, yeah.
So
Mhm.
you named them, I think.
Pretty close.
So it was 7
And
of them.
Sam was older than Ivan.
Yeah.
And they're both gone.
Emily gone.
Esther is gone.
Esther. Mary, Martha, and
Martha isn't so good, though, I heard. I think that's Clara said
her husband ain't living anymore, is she? Or Mary's. Mary and
it.
Martha.
Mary's isn't, but I think Martha is.
Is he
I
married?
think Martha's husband is.
Boy, it's been years I've seen someone.
I know. I don't think I know him.
How long is it that you were here that I seen you? Like, I
Oh,
told
3.
my wife,
13 years ago.
I've told my wife, I believe it 10 years. She said, no, it ain't that long.
13.
That you were here,
Yeah.
Maureen.
The last time.
Same time of the year, too.
And that when the last time I would have seen you.
And then I was out in 13 to see you. So you paid me
And
back.
you were here with Betty. Betty lived here that time, eh?
Uh-huh. I'm here almost 30 years.
Oh my. He jumped at that long.
Is that all the older you are?
I wish.
You're 80. You're 88. You'll be 89 either in December or February, eh?
December.
December. And Melvin is in, Todd was in August, you were in December, and Melvin Rissler in
February.
Is that the way they were? And Todd would have been the oldest, eh?
Mhm.
Yeah, he died at 65 of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Two of my brothers.
And you're still here.
Well, so far, yeah.
Well, I don't know if you're all here or not.
Oh, we can say that
I
about
won't promise
you too.
tomorrow.
But you do know your numbers.
Well, Lorraine, I think I seen Ruth at 9. I asked him everything I want to know, so. So you had two, a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
What did you have, Jim? You had that one,
Just one.
just one.
Learned my lesson fast.
And she met up with this man here.
He didn't know what to
And in
do
fact,
to get a
only
second one.
I don't talk.
No, that was an all facts Steve.
Oh, he knows how to talk.
He knows how to talk.
Yeah. He
We
knows how-
talked a little out there. Now, how was Klein Covenhaver relation to you?
Be my dad's uncle.
Your dad's uncle.
Yeah. And Jesse would be his cousin.
Yeah. Said it would be their dead cousin. And her mother and Klein were, I did tell her, for cousins. So we're.
I think
hooked
all
up
of the only ones of Daddy's brothers and sisters that I remember are Isaac and Menno.
Minnie.
Menno.
Manna.
to- You don't remember?
Well, what
saying-
about Anna? Anna didn't die until 90.
I don't think. She never came around our place, did she?
No.
I don't think. And I only know Menna. He
Because he was.
well, right. But he'd come
Yeah.
sometimes on a Sunday, like I said, Sunday night he'd come to visit, and then Mom took care of him for a
Later.
while, and Isaac came sometimes to visit, but those are the only ones that I know.
Well, Anna never had a car.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Where did she live?
the only ones that ever had a car was Dad and your dad and Manna. Right?
You know?
You're right.
And Menna always got he usually got new cars, didn't
Oh,
he?
yeah. Get a scratch on, he had to sell it.
I think he drove Chevrolet, and he.
I don't.
I think he drove Chevy.
Chevy.
No, he had an Oldsmobile.
Oldsmobile. You're right. You you have a better memory than I have.
Dad got that Oldsmobile.
You're right.
And Manna came out to our place, and Dad and I, he wanted to take us for a ride in it. And I'll never forget, he's telling Dad, he said, he went on this little hill, and he stopped, and he told Dad, he said, it had automatic transmission. It was a
Yeah.
46 Oldsmobile. He said, you can't kill it. You can't kill the engine.
You can't kill it.
He stopped dead, and he said, now we'll just drive on off. He said, you don't have to worry about killing the engine.
Uh-huh. What year did you move to Hingletown, Betty?
I was a year old.
Oh, and then. then
You were a year old when?
When we moved to Hingletown.
Yeah.
He said.
From the farm.
Well, you must have been there quite a while. I
From
remember-
Grandma.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember when you moved away there. I remember.
Well, I was 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would have been
Yeah.
8, 9 years old.
No, you would have been 11 when we moved to Lincoln.
All right.
You turned 11 in December, and March we moved.
Okay.
Did you
Then you turned 12 in December.
did
Yeah.
you like it at Hinkletown?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We just went along
Did
where.
did that have indoor plumbing? At Hinkletown?
No.
Did
That
what?
when they
Plumbing, indoor
Oh,
plumbing.
see that when they moved up on the other side of the Efferton.
I
there,
think we
man,
had running water at
I
the
hated
sink.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, we had
But that
running
was it.
water. Do you remember the old refrigerator? We had the ice box. Ice man used to come around and put big piece chunk of ice on the top that kept the bottom cold. It was standing outside in the little shanty like.
no, I don't
Yeah, you
remember that,
remember
but we did have a refrigerator down there at Hinkletown.
Yeah, afterwards. But at first we just had the ice box.
Okay,
Yeah.
but when
You were
Mom,
too little.
when Mom would go out, hang up, wash or whatever, I got the chair, got up on the sink, got up on the refrigerator, opened the cabinet, and she had a sugar bowl in there.
And eat
and,
sugar.
And I'd eat sugar.
Oh, good God.
You like your
And she
chicken?
come in and always get me down off there. Well, how'd you get up there? Well, I crawled up there. I like sugar, and I still like my sweets.
Oh, me too.
But
Salt
when
and
I was
pepper and
about
stuff.
14, I think, I always had cereal for breakfast, still do. That's my breakfast cereal.
Uh-huh.
But I'd always put sugar on it.
Uh-huh.
Well, when I was about 14, Mom and Betty were talking about how you should eat or whatever. I never said anything, but I always was listening. And they said something about too much sugar isn't good for you. I stopped putting sugar on my cereal at that time and never used sugar on my cereal since.
Is that right? Don't use sugar on this cereal.
But I eat cookies like there's no tomorrow, and pie and cake and ice cream. And
Uh-huh.
So they went from no plumbing to the nice place in Lincoln, and then back to the
Right, Hose.
To the
back
dump.
to the primitive.
Well, they put the bathroom and stuff in right away.
Right,
back
but
there.
that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
your dad always said that we moved back to the sticks and really ticked my mom off.
Back in the sticks.
Everybody used to say Reinholz was back in nowhere land.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
Well, it was. I still say that.
Me too.
It wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that good either.
You know?
Didn't your parent build the hut there at Ephrata?
Yeah.
They built that. Got that built.
But they were only there a couple of years then.
3.
Well, he wanted to get. You had some land back there and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Daddy was no farmer. He didn't.
No.
He was a farmer like you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think he went back there for the land. It
No.
wasn't-
No.
he just wanted to get a different place. So.
Well, we were talking about that.
I think it was Mom's idea.
Probably so.
Well,
I don't know why.
She had a relation living back there, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had what?
Relation.
Relation living
Yeah,
back
her
there.
sister.
Yeah, but Mom and Emmy were always kind of.
Picking at each other.
Yeah. So I don't think she moved back there on account of that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But whenever I was 8 years old when we moved back there, and if you do something stupid or say something stupid, Mom would say, "What do you think Emmy and John is going to say?" Well, I didn't care what they said, but she'd always throw that at you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
And-
the way they used to do.
And I was always a little on the shy side, especially when I was around adults.
Boy, have you changed.
When I was around adults, I was. I wasn't all that shy when I was around kids my age. Anyways, not the girls. I wasn't shy about them.
No.
And still not.
One of them, I think one of them you had, I think died some time ago.
Pardon me?
One of the girls I think you had died some time ago. Pauline Santic, remember her? Didn't you go with Pauline?
I don't know. I went with quite a few. I don't remember all their names. But is that the one that lived down there close to you guys?
The next Todd, yeah.
Yeah. That's all at once. I met her. She came to our school through Mikey Grest.
At
And-
Reinhold.
Yeah. And then I found out that she lived close to you guys.
Yeah.
And all at once I told Mom I want to go down to Isaac's, and she couldn't figure out why I want to go to Isaac's.
When you see him, you got a grudge
Then-
on it.
I know I was with you guys, and we went down to your school,
Yeah.
and her and I was on the back porch of the school, and kissing her and hugging her and everything. Here comes Mom and Dad's old 36 Chevy.
And, you,
Daddy just laughed, but Mom had a fit.
and how old were you that time?
Huh?
How old?
12.
12.
Oh my God! I didn't even know that.
You didn't know that.
Nope, I didn't know
I
that.
just like girls.
Well, he used to like all my girlfriends.
Yep.
And
Oh,
then,
you had some pretty ones.
and then they were all much older than him.
Isn't that right? He liked the old ones.
I don't know.
I didn't care what age they were, as long as it was a girl.
Rufus, I think I'm leaving.
Anything else you know that I didn't know?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, how did you know that I went with her?
Well, we got together sometimes, and I know Claire. I think Claire used to talk about. See, her and Claire were the same.
I was having a talk with Clara once.
So Pauline would be. Pauline was only about a year younger than you were.
Yeah, something
she
like
would have
that.
been
Yeah.
only. You say you were 11.
You got the right one.
12. So she would have been about 11.
Because I said something to Clara, I think the last time that I was in there, and she said, I'm going to talk to her about you.
You said she died.
Yeah, she was up at the sign home.
Oh
And,
my.
And
She,
she died. Did you know Pauline Sandy?
No, which house did she live in?
The one right below us out toward the school.
well,
Oh.
when did she die?
It's a while already.
Yeah, it's a year,
A year?
I would say. Maybe. And then old girls above our place, the same old girls. See, 3 brothers lived there. Eli below us, toward Wokenville, and Sam above us, and Norman up in home. They all 3 farm joined each other. 3 brothers it was, and they all 3 had their farm right there together. And a lot of them girls, Esther and Arlene and Dorothy, did them names ring a bell to you? Maybe you never got to know them.
Don't know
Are
that.
those the ones that sang together? There was a group down, 3 sisters or what, used to sing at different places. Nora talked them. And I had heard them too one time.
At Ephrata,
No,
or where did they sing?
I think it was over at Conestoga. They sang one time at one of the spiritual retreats. I think Nora had them there.
No, I don't think they ever.
Well, I must ask Nora who that was. They were 3 sisters. They were all married, but they were, and they lived around you someplace. I don't know which
Yeah.
ones they were.
I can't think now who that would have been.
Well-
Okay,
That girl that you were talking about, you say her name was Pauline?
Pauline Santic.
Well,
Yeah.
geez,
And
some
then-
of you.
Then when I got older and had a car, I came down there and we went out together. And I was always glad that your folks never said anything to my mom.
Yeah.
Did they know it?
Oh, you had a car that time,
Yeah, when I was 16.
and you 16, and you took her out then too.
Yeah.
Did-
Oh, I was in love with her.
Did
Yeah.
your mom know it?
I don't think my parents ever knew that. See, we didn't tell them that stuff.
I know. Nora tells me things still.
Well, I went to Swamp Church which was a Lutheran church, which was not far from our place there in Reinholz.
Yeah.
Down the
Well,
street.
I met a girl that went to church there, and our second cousins went to that church too. Well, she lived over across the field from me, and anyways, I found out she goes to church there, so I went there and I took her out a few times. And then Mom's cousins, Myrta and Catherine, they told my mom. Well, that was the end of that. And then I went with Sylvia Burkholder, and Mom found out about that through Myrta and Catherine. That took care of that.
And you were what? You had a car then when you went.
Mhm.
So you had a couple.
Sylvia Burkholder was 2 years younger than me, and that other one, she was about my age, and Pauline, she was younger, and
Yeah, she would have.
I don't know how many other girls. I didn't count.
You didn't keep a diary of them, huh? Yeah, well,
I don't think he has his diary in his head.
yeah, he had a good head. You remember all my aunts and uncles and when
You
they
do have a
died.
good head for those dates.
Huh?
Yes.
Dates and ages. I just don't know how you do that.
Well, you're the school teacher.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I remember dates and ages.
I just said it because Daddy would say
Yeah.
that.
No,
Daddy-
Teach you that in
he would
school.
say, "Don't they teach you that in school?" Yeah,
He never said that to me.
yeah. Well, yeah.
but even Daddy always said, well, you went to high school, you should know it. That was his saying every time.
Well,
We
that
had
was
a man up there at the home. Well, we went to church with him for the last 60 years. Well, he died now. He was in it now. But he could tell you when someone was born, when they died, people always said they never seen anybody like him. He knew. And one day after we were at the home, her second cousin was there, and my wife never knew she was a second cousin to her.
Well-
And he said one day to her, he said, you know, you and her are second cousin. And my wife never had an idea.
But Jody is like that too. Whenever you say something to him about, mention anything about anything, he'll say, "Oh yeah, that was
Ooh.
that was in '07." A friend of mine from North Carolina. That was in '07 when that happened. That was everything is related to a date, and most of us, I guess, just don't do that.
Who were you talking about?
That man,
Yeah.
Lather Shang. Lather Shang, he was from Maynard.
Oh.
He died, he was 94. I think.
But he wasn't related to us.
No, he
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
related to No. Okay, Lorraine.
You ready to go?
Yeah.
Well, Lorraine, you didn't talk at all.
I never do.
What'd you do? Tape her mouth shut?
No,
I'm not a big talker.
she never did talk much.
I'm
No,
not a big
she
talker.
Well, neither did you and I.
No. yeah, we can talk. But it's been that long that I was just thinking a while ago, if it was another 13 years we get together, I might not be here to see then.
You'll be an old man.
13 years, he'll be almost 100.
Well, another 13 years puts us all all.
Well, another 13 years from now, we might be like Trump and kicking ass.
And like Trump, not run for president though.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way the church.
The
you
covering.
Did what the church, yeah.
The covering.
Yeah.
My
That's,
mom wears one.
yeah.
My
Your mom?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the United sign too. The United signed it more than
Yeah.
longer yet than we do.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Not a lot of the United Signs don't anymore. Just the older generation
Yeah.
does anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the church's belief, but
Yeah.
what good does it do?
Well, the whole belief on that was that you're not a woman is not supposed to worship God without her head covered.
Yeah.
Because it dishonors God. But if a man worships God with his head covered, it dishonors God. That's
Yeah. And,
it's just a part of the Bible.
See, Catholics always wore hats or
A
even
bandana
even a hanky they'd put on their head because it says in the Bible, yeah. Hmm. So that's the way they do. So it's usually, but now, like he said, even the United Sign, not many of them do no more.
No.
In our church, at Ephrata, we don't. And not molars.
What good did black bumpers do?
They were covered.
Oh, they weren't supposed to be nice and shiny.
No.
But that's the same way as the Jewish people have to wear that goofy little thing on the guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yarmulke.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But what does it do?
Well, you know who they are.
And then I just found out, when did I find that out? I said, the Mennonites or Amish or whatever, the young guys shave. But when they get married, then they don't shave. Well, that sounds goofy to me.
It
Yeah, I
isn't
don't
only
know
them
the
now
Amish-
anymore.
Amish
Huh?
guys
It isn't
may
only
not
them. A
grow
lot of
beard
young
until they're
people
married,
don't
or
shave.
Yeah,
Amen.
Amish aren't allowed. They don't grow a beard until they're
they
married.
may not.
They may not.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't
And if
want
they
that
never
darn
get
bush
married,
in my
then-
face.
They never have a beard.
I see these guys that have long mustaches and they're doing this.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I don't think it looks that good.
They all have their traditions.
Mhm. Why do you like to be a cowboy?
What good does
So
it
that
do
the
you?
girls come to me.
Oh, hell.
Hey, when you work a rodeo and fair like I do, or used to, don't anymore, but the horse would always draw the people to you,
Mhm.
male and female, and the kids.
Mhm.
But I get a kick out of kids from 2 years old to 16. Some of them, you'll be there with your horse, and they'll come running up to you like they've known you forever. And then the others, they stand back there. Even adults sometimes, some adults will come and one will be shy. And 40 years old. And some of them will come and talk to me about my horse. And one guy will be back there and he won't say a word. And I say, hey, what about that guy back there? He didn't say a word yet. Oh, he just listens.
Well,
Like Lorraine here, she doesn't talk much.
Who?
no, she never did.
Lorraine.
Lorraine,
Oh,
Luke's wife. I think she said one time she don't have to. Luke does.
and then there's some people that you wish they'd shut up. They have a motor mouth.
Yeah.
Now, in my case, when I was little, I didn't have to talk. Big sister talked for me.
I didn't say some of the dumb stuff you do though.
And when Mom and Dad moved back to the farm, did you have any farm chores to do?
No,
How come you didn't have any?
I was inside working. I'd attend you.
I waited. I was 4 years till I came along. 4 years between the time you
Well,
moved back there.
sometimes I thought I didn't know if you were my brother or mine.
And did they get chickens and things right away when you moved back?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have to go out and do that. Joyce did. Then.
Well, yeah, but no.
Oh, no,
she was-
Joyce was too little. She
No.
wasn't even here yet.
No, I know.
Alright,
But who did
But-
it then? You did it.
Mhm.
And what did you have? Just chickens or?
He'd hunt eggs.
Yeah, but you just had chickens. Anything else at first?
Just
Chickens.
chickens.
I remember
And where
up in the barn was the chicken house, or they had chicken.
upstairs in the barn?
Yeah, and windows were there,
Yeah.
and we were down in the yard or in the kitchen or wherever, and he'd go through those or out around those windows a little.
Who?
You would pass the window. Good night, Irene. Good. I was singing that song so loud, I wondered the chickens didn't fly.
Probably didn't get many eggs then.
Irene, good night, Irene. I'll see you. Now I know why I see you in my dreams. I know now why you.
Oh, I see a lot of them in my dreams.
I know why you sang that all the time. I didn't know that until now.
Now you learned something new.
Yeah. Yeah, with it. I think somebody else drove in.
Yeah, when I sent Jim one of my CDs, I wrote down the names of the songs,
Yeah,
and
somebody.
number 5 or whatever number it was Goodnight Irene, and I left that blank, and the sucker knew right away what
Here
song
is
that was.
Ike.
Huh?
Here Ike and Mim are.
Who?
Ike and Mim.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Ike is here. He don't talk more either than Lorraine. But this is Luke's brother now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come in.
Well, hello, hello.
Hi.
There's Betty.